Life in The Sims isn't about paying bills or working 9 to 5, it's about creative problem solving, like convincing your neighbors to donate all their money to your cause and then politely locking them in a room so they can't change their minds. This is Ted, and he has an unhealthy obsession with other people's money. He's not interested in getting a job, learning skills, or being an overall decent person. His whole focus is on scheming, scamming, and just generally being a psychopath. Living in his beautiful villa, he also has a swimming pool out back and a very suspicious shed with no windows at the very edge of the lot. His life goal is simple: becoming filthy rich by befriending other Sims and convincing them to hand over their life savings.
In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser, then a honey almond body scrub.
Then he spends quite some time admiring himself in the mirror, the way an art collector might study a priceless masterpiece. With his money reserves getting really low, it's time to get down to business. After scrolling through a list of unhinged characters in online chat rooms, Ted locks onto his next target, Mary Sue Pleasant. A married woman, 2 kids, and most importantly, she has copious amounts of money. A little bit of back and forth banter, and her phone number is secured. Wasting no time, Ted grabs the phone and calls Mary Sue, proving he's not just a smooth texter, but a smooth talker as well. His voice melts women faster than ice cream on a hot summer day. In Ted's world, only 2 topics are ever worth discussing: himself and money. So his conversation opener was all about how much he loves accumulating cash, playing video games, and watching TV. Somehow, miraculously, people just can't get enough of listening to him talk about himself. So, naturally, Ted just kept going on about his hobbies, how rich he is, how he dominates every noob in the games he plays, and how he binges movies on TV as if it's an Olympic sport. And she gobbled up every word he said as if any of it actually mattered. After a night's rest, it was time to call Mary Sue again, but this time with an invitation to come over. Too easy. And now, it's time to reel her in. All Ted had to do was stand there, casually tell her she looked kinda good, and that alone was enough for her to catch feelings. Since Ted is completely useless at cooking, he will serve a bowl of cereal for himself and his guest. Ted is like, "Art is cool, I love art because it's worth a lot of money, and I love money." What catches Ted off guard is that Mary Sue also loves money, and as it turns out, she's in politics. For the first time, Ted realizes she might be useful for something beyond just her bank account. After some dancing, watching a movie together, and more social engineering, the date ended as Ted kissed her goodbye. The next day, as he stood again staring at his own reflection in the bathroom mirror, he came to the same realization as always: it's a privilege for other people just to be in his presence. And with that, it's time to call Mary Sue again and ask her over. She doesn't even dare decline. So then she came over, they kissed, and she immediately left right after without saying a word. That very same evening, she came over again. Ted tried his hand at making the only dish he knows how to make, which is pasta with meatballs. And over dinner, he circled back to the politics topic. In his mind, Mary Sue was starting to look like more than just a walking bank account. After dinner, the 2 went for a swim and shared more romantic moments together. This naturally led to Ted asking her to stay the night, an offer she accepted without hesitation. It's 3 a.m. Ted is fast asleep in bed. Meanwhile, Mary Sue is outside by the pool, trimming the bushes. Truly bizarre behavior. By morning, every bush around the house had been neatly trimmed, and Mary Sue was gone.
You can always be thinner, look better.
By this point, Mary Sue really likes Ted, which means the plan is entering its final stages. Today is the big day. Phone in hand, Ted dials Mary Sue's number and invites her over once again. Disaster strikes. As Ted greets her in his usual original fashion, he spots out of the corner of his eye the neighbor's dog tearing apart his property. Filled with genuine rage, Ted shoos the dog away. His perfect plan momentarily interrupted. Having taken a genuine liking to Mary Sue, Ted laid out his brilliant plan. They should move in together, get rid of her remaining family members, and split the money. And Mary Sue said, okay, and so it was settled. They grilled sandwiches together and then proceeded to the office to complete the agreement. 103,349 simoleons. Time for a 10,000 simoleon TV. Actually, screw the TV, gotta buy the most expensive supercar. And why even stop there? Boom, personal helicopter. Screw the couches. Bam, built-in hot tub. And of course, guest rooms for Mary Sue's ex-family members. Yeah, this is their final resting spot. On to more important matters, Ted has achieved everything he ever wanted, and weirdly enough, has also found someone just as twisted as himself. The prisoners, they should be able to sustain themselves. A tiny fridge, a toilet, a bed, and a sink is everything any person needs to survive. For now.